Hello, it is Gary Dennis, your candidate for Richland Two School Board. I am here doing a second take because evidently I was not paying attention and had the first one done in slow-mo, which looks very cool, by the way, but it doesn't work. So here's what we got. The 10 September 2024 regular scheduled school board meeting was a pretty short one. There wasn't much going on. I was not there. However, I was at another meeting where I was listening to our state superintendent of education speak. So from here, they went in to executive session once they gavelled in. And then in executive sessions, they talked about the public session, student appeals. They talked about student admission request into the district's adult education program. They talked about breach of contracts. They also got a receipt of legal advice regarding Title IX regulations, and then employment recommendations and certified releases. And that's what they went over in executive session because that's information about kids and personnel information that doesn't need to be out there because it goes in depth. More than just the hire. Once a hire is announced, and that'll be out in public. But here's what went on from there. At 6:30, they gavelled back into the public session, and they had the inspirational moment Pledge of Allegiance, which was done by the Spring Valley ROTC. That was near and dear to my heart because I am retired Air Force, so I liked hearing what they got going on. It was a great inspirational moment, and then the Pledge of Allegiance, and then they went into the consent agenda. Now with the consent agenda, they went to the consent agenda, which is the approval of previous minutes, and then classified employment release and in-district transfers. So what happened there was they approved the consent agenda, and then they went into public participation. In public participation, they had 3 individuals sign up. However, only one spoke. It was a staff member of one of the local schools talking about how the school's overrun with more students than they got room for, and that they really hope that they dig into that and look and see what they can partner with, either with the county or these builders, to get land. That's a whole different conversation that needs to happen. But like I said, we're only going over what's in here and anything that I can talk about to give like my insight. That's just something that's private sector, and that there's not much that can be done. You can't force somebody to give somebody land. But there are other things out there, and I know some people are looking at it. So from there, they went into student appeals, and then they went into the district adult education program, who they're going to let in there. The only thing that came out of this whole little thing was a breach of contract vote. There was a motion by Nikki Porter and seconded by Lindsay Agostini. The only person that voted no was LaShonda McFadden, and not present was Angela Nash. She was present at the beginning of the meeting, but she had to roll out or leave for something else. So I think she called in. But it was to actually make a formal complaint to the State Board of Education regarding a professional employee who breached their contract with the district. So that means they're going to ask for their license, probably be pulled. They're going to do that. And then from there, they went into new business, no action required. So the new business, no action required, they talked about the new food service that they have. So the new food service, they actually have a chef, and it's more of just along the lines of, it's not just like the prepackaged healthy food. It's actually more farm to table, which means they're sourcing materials and they're actually making it and getting it out to the students, which is a really good thing. It's a lot healthier. It's not as much preservatives and additives. So that's a great thing. They touched on reduced meals and things like that. And the reduced meal rate is breakfast is 30 cents. Elementary lunch is 40, and middle and high school lunch is also 40. But if you're not eligible for a reduced rate, breakfast is $1.50, elementary school is $2.90, and middle and high school is for lunch is $3.05. So I will say this: if you qualify for reduced meals, go ahead and please fill that information out so you can get it. Even if you think you're close and you might not get it, go ahead and fill it out anyway. They will look over the application, and you might be there, or there might be something that stipulates in your school that you can get it. So definitely fill that out, because the money's out there. It's given to us. All you got to do is fill it out. Okay, so. From there, they did talk about the adults. If you're an adult and you eat there, your breakfast is $3.40, and then your lunch is $5.80. I have heard from students that I coach baseball. They talked about how much better the food is, and they like it a lot more. So that's a good thing going there. They talked about, let's see, where was it? They talked about the combi ovens, the pizza ovens, the merchandisers, proofers, the tilt skillets, the warm and heating cabinets. This company hit on the kitchen upgrades in the schools, and that was pretty cool to hear that we're a lot further above normal than most of everybody else. So they did talk about the current staffings there. They're 100% staff for operations, dietitians, assistant general managers, kitchen managers, cafeteria workers, includes the cafeteria lead position. They're only 87% staff there. So they are running employee incentive programs to encourage employee referrals. They do have job fairs, and they're doing career sites as needed. So from there, they kind of wrapped that up, and then they went into the superintendent's back to school report. Now, the superintendent's back to school report was something, and I'm just going to hit on this, and we're going to go through it really quick. So we have a total now, a week and a half ago, we had under 29,000. Now we got 29,017 students enrolled, which that breaks down to 62.8% is African American, 14.9% is white, 13.3% is Hispanic, and 2.6% is Asian. Elementary schools, we have 13,195 students. Middle schools, 6,663. High schools, 9,159 students. And all these students speak up to, well, not every one of them, but combined, our students speak a total of 56 languages. Our multilingual learners are 1,985, or 6.8%. Students with an IEP, which is Individual Education Plan, is 3,683, which is 12.7%. And then pupils in poverty is 18,534, which is 63.9%. That's something we really need to look at. In the slide, if you go to the agenda, you can get the slide for this, and you can look at everything in detail. And it does have a map in there that shows the hot spots of poverty. And I highly suggest that everybody look at that, and that can lead the way forward for a lot of things. Not just school related, but for other government entities also. So other than that, that's kind of what they had, but I want to touch on something near and dear to my heart also. They did talk about the military affiliated students, which 12.5% of all students is military. So 65.3% are active duty, not deployed. 12.5% are reservists, not deployed. 12% is National Guard, not deployed, and 4.2% is active duty and deployed. So definitely keep in mind all those students, because those students, Dr. Moore even said it, they did not choose to serve in the military. They were born into it, such as my son and my daughter. They were born into it, and there was some rough times, but we got through it, and we're here now. And I'm retired, and I'm doing everything I can for education here in Richland County, especially in R2. So the highest military-affiliated populations at each level are Pontiac Elementary at the elementary school, Blythewood Middle, and Blythewood High School are the largest concentration. And then one of 5 of all military children in South Carolina attend a Richland Two School, which we have the largest amount of military presence out of any school district, which is really, that says a lot. And they also hit on the numbers of vacancies. So last year we had 69 certified and 86 classified vacancies. And this year we have 40 certified and 53 classified. So they've put a huge dent in it. I think we can do better. And we will get there. We will get there. When I'm elected, we will get there. So after that, that was all they had for the superintendent's report. And then they went into the draft agenda. And the draft agenda did not really have much on it. The only thing they're looking to add is the selection of delegates for the South Carolina School Board Association Delegate Assembly. What I highly suggest, if any of the current school board members read this or listen to this, there are 3 seats. The 3 people that are up for election, I don't think as a leadership, as a leader, I would highly not want to vote any of them people in. And here's the reason why. I would much rather have somebody that's going to be there currently, because you would hate for somebody to start getting things going, and then if they don't make re-election, now they got to go, you got to swap around. From a leadership standpoint, I think that's the smart thing. But I'm not on the board yet, so we'll see what they do. The other thing is they're going to do an elementary achievement report. They're going to give an update on reading instruction, and then that's it. And then they'll talk about the draft agenda for 8 October. Here's my thing. I think there's a lot of other things that could be put on here, more geared towards academia, that they could be looking at. I really think that when we have these short meetings like this, and the presentations are nice and all that, but I think if we start to buckle down, and when elected, I will buckle down, and we're going to get more things on the agenda, and we're going to do more for our students, for our teachers, for our parents, for our taxpayers. And that is a promise I can keep. I will get it on there, fight to get it on there, and then from there we will see if it gets voted to put on there or not. And that way we can see what's going on. But other than that, that's all I got. So the meeting lasted a little bit long with the pauses and stuff, but I've just broke down about an hour and a half meeting in less than 13 minutes. So hopefully on November 5th, I can count on your vote for Gary Dennis for Richland Two School Board. If you want to know more about my campaign, definitely hit up www.dennis, the number 4, r2.com. Dennis. Hello, everybody. Sorry for that little jump. I had a phone call. When I have a phone call come in, it pauses recording. So real quick, if you want to know more about my campaign, I'm just going to hit this one last time. Just go to www.dennis, the number 4, r2.com. You do that, or just Google Gary Dennis for School Board, and my Facebook page or my website will pop up, and you can go on and you can find out more about me and more about some of my ideas. And you can definitely check out my blog. You can also email me from there. Check out any of the other social media ad campaigns that I have going on through there. Other than that, that's all I got for this meeting. Hopefully around November 5th, when you guys go to vote, or if you're doing early vote or mail-in voting, I can earn your vote and be your next school board trustee. Thank you very much, and y'all have a wonderful day.